His one-show debut. Let's hear it for ABBA's Björn Ulvaeus! Oh, Björn! Hello. How magical to see you.
Now, some would say that we may have gone over the top.
I don't know. Yeah.
Do you think?
But I'm very honoured, you know.
Well, when it's ABBA, there's no such
Can
thing
you
as
go over the top with ABBA?
No,
I
you
don't
can't.
know. Can you go
You
over the top?
can't.
I don't know. I certainly have a feeling you do sometimes, you know.
All right.
I had this outfit in the very beginning of our career.
Yeah.
Where I'm just as a kind of Superman. And that was over the top.
I heard...
Cringe-worthy.
I heard... Is this right, that your costumes were tax deductible if it was obvious that they were costumes and you wouldn't wear them in normal life?
Yes, well, you can bet.
Yes, they actually were tax.
They were! There you go.
Yeah, but didn't, you know, make much of a dent in the tax anyway.
No.
Well, I'll tell you what, ABBA's latest project, it isn't a tour and it isn't an album, it's a whole new way of immersing yourself in ABBA with a bit of dinner thrown in.
Yeah.
It's a restaurant setup.
Well, here is one of your creative team to explain. Well, sort of.
Oh, hi. Are you for the auditions?
No,
I gotta warn you, the standard is very high. I mean, you need to be able to act and sing, serve Greek food. And honestly, I have to say, it's probably the most exciting thing I've ever been involved with. I mean, can you imagine a whole show with ABBA music in a Greek restaurant where everyone gets to be right in the middle of the action? You do know about ABBA, right?
Yes, I know about ABBA. I'm Swedish.
Swedish? Oh. Thing is, I'm Danish. I'm really sorry, this is never going to work out, but, you know, thanks for stopping by.
They just kept the mics in time there at the end.
Yeah, we did. Now, our friend Sandy Toksvig is one of the writers on this project, isn't she?
Yes.
And we hear that apparently there's so much rivalry between the Swedes and the Danes that IKEA call their doormats and items like that by Danish names. Did you know about this, Björn?
I think I've heard about it. But, you know, there's more rivalry, I think, between the English and the Welsh than...
Well, that's right. I mean,
There you go. He's absolutely on it
and the
tonight.
Danes. But some rivalry there is, yes.
Yeah.
OK.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, because waiting to join us a little bit later on is the most famous Dane in the world right now, captain of the winning Ryder Cup team, Björn. There he is, look, Thomas Björn. He'll be here before too long. He's had a very busy day. He was up early on BBC Breakfast, wasn't he?
Wasn't he? Now, Take a Chance on Me, The Winner Takes It All, the name of the game. There's a song by Björn and Benny for every type of love affair.
Well, now all couples in England and Wales are going to be given the chance to say, I do, without actually getting married. You propose.
Will you civil me?
Will you civil me?
I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, you felt that they'd been around forever, these, didn't you?
Yeah, I was
You didn't-
surprised. I thought it was in place already. It should have been,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Well, there you are. It's an option for us all now, Björn.
It is.
Should we want it?
Yes, exactly.
Now, let's move on to Mamma Mia, the party.
Yeah.
So is it
Yeah.
more...
Why the studio looks like it does
Well,
tonight.
exactly.
For that very reason, Mamma Mia, the
now,
party.
this has been going on in Stockholm for 3 years very successfully. People
Yes,
have
it
it
has.
over there.
Yes.
So is it more of a dinner or is it more of a show?
It's, well, I've talked a lot about it today to various people, and one thing I've learned is to first say it is not Mamma Mia 3.
No.
It is
Right.
totally different from that. You can say that it's been inspired by the Mamma Mia world, but if we go back, it's...
It looks amazing. As a night out, I mean,
Björn,
it's
this is right up my street.
Yeah,
It
so
is.
it's totally immersive then.
It is totally immersive. And if you imagine that you're in a taverna in Skopelos, where most of the exteriors of the first movie were filmed.
Yeah.
And you had this guy who you see there, is called Nikos. He and his wife had this idea when the tourists came to look at, you know, the sites where Meryl Streep had sung The Winner Takes It All and all of that.
Yeah.
They had the idea to make a Mamma Mia party in that taverna every
Brilliant.
evening.
I mean,
And we
sounds
kind of
awesome.
transferred that to Sweden first and now to the UK.
And you say that they had that idea as far as the play is concerned, but where did the idea come from as far as you're concerned? Where did it develop from?
Well, originally, I would say it comes from the end of the stage show when people, you know, get up and dance in the aisles and sing along. I've always felt they're in a kind of a party mood.
Oh, definitely.
And if there was a party next door, they'd go
there.
Yeah.
I mean, they'd flock there. This sounds brilliant for, I mean, all sorts, you know, for a family, for a hen night, for a group of girls.
Yes.
It's not cheap, though. It's not cheap. We should say that.
No, but you get, you buy one ticket, but you get, like, 3 tickets for that. You
that's
get
good.
A high-end, fantastic 3-course meal.
I was going to say, not just olives and a bit of Retsina there.
And in the end, after like 4 hours, it turns into a disco. So you have a club as well.
I'm there.
So you get a lot.
And it just goes on and on and on all night long then?
It does.
6 hours.
If you want to stay, you can.
Yeah, that's a lot of ABBA. But I mean, you know, you've got to love that.
They play other stuff as well in the disco. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we were wondering if something had gone wrong in the kitchen. We saw this photo and thought, hang on, what happened here then? Big flames.
Oh, yes.
Now then, what's going on there, Björn?
Circus stuff and flames and all
it's not the
kinds of
barbecue,
weird
then?
things, you know. It's, well, it's very exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the audience, they don't have to sit at their tables, do they? They can get up, they can dance, they can join in.
They can join in. And the action actually happens in between tables like this. And so the audience is totally immersed and interacting with the actors and the musicians who walk around and they play out a little story, which is in real time every night between Nikos, his wife, and his friends and family. A story with a happy ending towards the end. And
who fancies it?
Yes! Yeah.
We're all coming for our Christmas do. There you are. So.
Do you know, it makes me
given.
think. It makes me think. Obviously, it's kind of the perfect night out for a lot of people that are in our studio this evening. But for you now, what is the perfect night out and the way that you like to spend your evenings?
Oh, me personally?
Yeah.
I think my favorite night out would be with my whole family.
Yeah.
There's soon 17 of us.
Is that right?
And a big family dinner at some great restaurant, preferably in the archipelago of Stockholm. Maybe we go there by boat. That would be my favorite.
Well, I'm on board for that as well, if you're offering, Björn. That sounds great as well.
Oh, well, we're sticking with the fan theme now. We're going to keep things going. Victor's just tinkling away on the bouzouki behind us. If you would just carry on, that'd be lovely, Victor. Thank you so much. And Stephen, let's have a word with you, because you are, well, to say a big fan of ABBA is an understatement.
Just a little, yes, just a little. I'd like to ask Björn if ABBA will ever reform.
Oh, that one.
How often do you get asked this question on a daily basis?
Yeah. No, we did reform in the studio a year and a half ago or so. But on stage, performing, that would be, you know, such a huge deal that I think it would take 10 years out of my life, you know, just
in planning.
Tension and the stress and all of that.
We had Rod Stewart. We had Rod on the show last night, Rod Stewart. And
he still does it.
Oh, he's relishing it. He's loving every second of being there.
But he's a true artist in that sense. He's a bit of an exhibitionist, I think. You know, he wants to be up there. He loves it to have the audience, you know, feedback and all that. I love that too, but no, it's not for us.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I was having a chat with Victor earlier on, and you've got a question, haven't you?
Yes, well, just Chiquitita that I played, and I have a dream. You know, they all have this kind of Mediterranean sweetness.
Yes.
And Greek and Mediterranean. So what's your connection, influence, inspiration to write songs in this kind of style?
Well, Benny and I were actually brought up on all kinds of music. Swedish radio had just the one channel. And, you know, you consumed whatever they played, and they played music from all over the world. So we heard Italian ballads, Spanish music, French chanson, German Schlager, all of that, and good melodies. And I think, you know, that that input shows in our output, probably.
Absolutely.
So that's where it comes from.
And Victor is the only piece of authentic Greece we've got in the whole studio, isn't it?
And we have to let's applaud Victor for his efforts tonight. It can't be easy playing in front of Björn being such a legend. So thank you for the music. Thank you.
So I'm not authentic then.
Authentic Swedish, but not Greece.
No.
And you mentioned Benny, and of course Benny came in, didn't he, last year?
He did, yeah.
And he was talking about the ABBA hologram tour. So
Yeah.
has that moved on? What can you tell us about it?
It has moved on. It has been delayed. It will be launched. The avatars will be launched probably in March next year, singing one of our new songs. And they will be digital copies of ourselves from 1979.
Oh, why that year?
And why that year?
At your
I
peak.
think the ladies looked at, we had a choice.
Of course.
What year do you want to be? And I said, definitely not 74. I was overweight. But the ladies chose 79. And so there you are.
Yeah, brilliant. And you mentioned that you were, back in the studio. You said that you'd all been back. How was it then to have the four of you back in a studio, laying vocals down on a brand new track?
Oh, yeah. That was a fantastic moment. I mean, we had written the songs, we had sent demos to Agneta and Frida, and they liked them very much. So we came into the studio. We stood, the four of us, in the control room and looked around, kind of, my God, this is so familiar. There's something about this. And it all came rushing back in, half a minute. And all that feeling of everything we had gone through.
Yeah.
And the fact that we were actually getting together, so many years after we had split up and doing this.
So very
was
special
so
songs.
emotional.
Yeah, very special songs
Yes.
then. So what can you tell us about them? Because there's two, isn't there?
There are two songs, yes. One is called I Still Have Faith in You, and the other one is called Don't Shut Me Down.
Okay. So is
And
it sort
I
of a
won't
pop?
sing...
No, you can.
No,
We can get the bouzouki going.
It's not a bouzouki song.
As far as the lyrics are concerned, is there a lyric in there that means a lot? I mean, the title means a lot anyway, I guess.
I guess you can... I can reveal that I Still Have Faith in You is, in a way, about ourselves, about the four of us.
So is that the reflective one or is that the poppy one? Because we know there's one
it's
that's
reflective.
poppy. That's
it's
the reflective,
reflective one. Yeah.
There's an interesting story about The Winner Takes It All.
Oh,
and
my
how
favourite.
quick you wrote that and the help you had to write
it. You have to drag that up.
Yes.
But it was unusual for you to write with a bottle of whiskey.
Yes. To be honest, I had tried it before, and it was only garbage coming out. What I saw the next morning, oh no. But in this case, it kind of worked. It wasn't all finished when I saw it the next morning. But
could you understand your writing? Were you like, what does that say?
I did actually understand the writing, and it was almost there. It was pretty fantastic. Just came.
Yeah.
But some songs you have to work really hard.
Well, yeah, but not that one.
Not that one.
The whiskey
not
worked,
that one.
Björn. Excellent job.
I tried it again and it didn't work the next time.
I have to say a huge thank you to Björn as well. Mamma Mia, the party will launch in London next September. Tickets are on